Decatur, South Adams at Bellmont at Bob Worthman Stadium. Pick things up early on. Bellmont 4th and goal from the 5, and South Adams Dustin Rayner with the interception in the end zone.
Good tip drill.
It's a tip drill. I need a tip drill. It's just the gangster in me. How about this? South Adams Nick Teeter to Curtis Mitchell. Starfire's up 6-zip early. Would we have an upset? Well, Bellmont can run the football. Riley Hankinson would come up here with a 25-yard gain, and that would set up Daniel Meyer punching it in from 10 yards out. Meyer, Folenkamp, Nick Hall, all three of those guys go for over 100 yards. Bellmont rushes for 400-plus tonight. Nice shirt right there. Bellmont victorious at home, 41-6.
Let's take you to DeKalb County. It's the rivalry close to my heart. The Hornets at the Barons. Let's go to Cecil Young Field, shall we? Alex Bauer, Hornets quarterback, simply gets drilled, but he finds Clayton Gardner for the nice game, but DeKalb gets a taunting penalty right there. DeKalb showing the defense. Kyle Grimstead, the 3-yard loss on the sack, but DeKalb, not just defense. Jordan Feaster, the keeper, the 20-yard scamper. Then DeKalb in the second quarter. Scott Baker, some great inside runnings, picks up 15 yards there. DeKalb would punch it in for the first score of the game on a Sam Yarian score there, and DeKalb upsets my beloved Hornets. 21-6 the final.
I feel crying coming on. More in the NAC. Norwell won just 2 games last year. Could they match that total in week 2? Well, if Mr. Clay Feaster had anything to say about it, the answer would be yes. He gets a 59-yard run right here. 25 carries for Feaster, 151 yards, and a touchdown. Of course, Feaster carried the ball 37 times last week, which was a Norwell record. Now, that run would set up this. Noah Patton at quarterback, the returning starter at QB for Norwell, hits Jeff Shatta, one of the top tight ends in the area. Norwell up 10-zip in the third. A little bit later, remember we told you Feaster had 1 touchdown run. Well, it would come here. 68 yards for a score, 17-zip, Norwell victorious.
At Columbia City, new coach Randy Hudgens looking for that first win as the head coach of the Eagles, taking on Huntington North. The defense setting the tone early. Jacob Moser getting the big sack, and the defense, they roll with that momentum. Huntington North deep in their own territory. It's going to be Tyler Brown stripping the ball. John Myers recovers for the score. 7-zip Eagles, and that's when the sun comes out in Columbia City. But unfortunately, Columbia City up 14-7 at the half. Austin Shoemaker explodes for 267 yards and a touchdown as Huntington North come back to win 26-14 the final.
All right, Whitko and Leo, a rematch of last year's thrilling comeback win by the Wildcats. This is in the third quarter, and let me tell you something. This is a good way to start a half, especially if you're a Leo Lion. Connor Kasser, know the name because he's going to have a big season. He takes the kickoff back, 85 yards for the score. 41-zip Leo. Now Whitko will start to get a little bit things rolling on that offensive side of the football. We're going to see Dakota Harmon coming up here with a 25-yard gain down the sidelines. It would lead to a Scotty Skiles touchdown. Really, Scott
Skiles, he's played football.
It's interesting. Used to coach the Bulls, and now he's a pretty good player for Whitko, but 41-12 would be your final Leo winner.
From the Lions' Den to the Eagles' nest, Coach Lee Etzler, he wants one of those shirts. Look at him, he's so upset. I want a shirt.
Who doesn't want one? We've only got 1,000 left.
Up 6-zip, Jordan Hamilton bangs his way in, makes it 14-zip Eagles. Then with the Eagles pinned inside their own 10, Kyle Mathewson, bye-bye. 93 yards. I think he's still running from Turtletown. 20-0 Busco. He would add a 42-yard score before the half. 187 yards for Mathewson. 3 touchdowns. Churubusco wins 39-zip.
Okay, so far you've gotten a taste of 12 games, and we got plenty more highlights from those that you haven't even seen.
You can see expanded action on our cyberspace page. Matt DeBolt joining us from the newsroom. What you got going on, Matt?
Well, guys, we were lucky. The NFL preseason game went a little bit long for us, so we were able to get a little bit more stuff on the web, as you can see here at our high school football page. We got a lot of great stuff up here. Rod Smith getting closer to the SAC rushing record. Of course, right here, as you can see, the Dwenger defense coming up big in the battle for Zollner Stadium. Southside and Coach Mike Chevron getting a big win over Snyder, although nothing could spoil Russ Isaac's day for the Panthers. We're working hard, making sure we get the rest of the stuff up here shortly for you. So we'll have that all up here on Wayne.com soon. Guys, back to you.
You gotta love the web. Instant gratification.
He's a hard worker, that Matt.
And while you're on that website, check out the $1,000 scholarship contest from Stematic. Any high school junior or senior can enter.
Plus, sign up for the weekly marathon gas card giveaway. And this week's winner is Kim Fanaglio. Kim's favorite school is Canterbury. And unless I'm mistaken, the Cavs probably haven't fielded a team. But she goes with the international version of football. However, she is a winner. And you can register every week, every day, in fact, by going on the high school sports page of Wayne.com. Fear the mighty Cavs football team. More highlights coming up next.
It's time for the Drive Alive Play of the Week. For that, we go back to Turtletown, Busco, and Central Noble. Kyle Mathewson, 93 yards, touchdown run, 7 carries, 187 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kyle Mathewson, you're the Highlight Zone Drive Alive Play of the Week.
Fantastic. Take a look at some of the games coming up next week. Homestead at East Noble, Lures at Southside, Harding at Elmhurst, Garrett at Southern Wells down in Paneto.
And like we said, all those highlights on the web. Check them out.